Hey there, Joseph Curtis here, and in this video, I want to talk about something that's, you know, pretty important, I think, when it comes to making money online, and basically a couple of things, the metrics that I track when it comes to paid advertising, my online plan. Now, there's a few things that people get hung up over when it comes to running solo ads or Facebook ads or banner ads or whatever method of advertising that you're using. There's a few things that people get hung up over, and I'm going to clear up what I think and also the metrics that I track when I'm running paid advertising. So let's get straight into it. And basically, the first metric that I track is my cost per lead. Now, not cost per click, but cost per lead. I don't really care what the cost per click is because really I just care about cost per lead. You'll understand a bit more why after watching this video. But essentially, if we talk about cost per lead, let's say we have we buy 100 clicks, right? Let's say we buy 100 clicks. Buy 100 clicks for $40. For $40, and on our capture page, we send those 100 clicks straight to our capture page. Let's say, as a roundabout figure, let's say 40% opt in and put in their email address. So that means that we've got 40 leads for $40. 40 leads for $40. Now, what that means is our cost per lead is, you probably guessed it, $1 per lead. And this is a kind of roundabout figure. Anything $1 or below when it comes to cost per lead is good, as long as the traffic is quality. And that's what I'm going to explain when it comes to paid advertising. The traffic has to be good, it has to be quality, it has to be targeted, and it has to be responsive. And let's go through what I mean. So first of all, when it comes to responsiveness, I'm looking at the kind of metrics I'm looking at when it comes to whether the traffic is responsive or not, is the open rates of the emails. So when these 40 leads, they're going to be going into what's known as an autoresponder. So an autoresponder. And the great thing about using an autoresponder, I personally use Aweber just because I've been using it for quite a while. I like the interface. My emails get good deliverability. So I personally use Aweber as the autoresponder. But there are many different services out there. You've probably heard of GetResponse, Aweber. There's like Constant Contact. There's quite a few autoresponder services that you can use. But I personally use Aweber. And what I'm looking at is I'm looking at the open rates. So the first metric I'm seeing is the open rate. So how many of those 40 leads are actually opening emails from me on a daily basis? Is it low, like very low, like 1 to 2%? And I have done traffic sources in the past where the open rates have been very, very low, like 1 to 2%, which basically means that the traffic is non-targeted. It's could be garbage, it could be fake traffic. So you've got to be careful when you're buying traffic that you're getting it legitimately and you're getting it from good traffic sources. So things like Facebook and Bing and Google AdWords are fine because they're all coming from legitimate sources. But if you go with solo ads, you do have to be a little bit careful who you get the solo ads from. You want to check out the solo ad seller, whether they've got good testimonials, whether they've got any bad reviews, people getting scammed by them, etc. Because there is a problem in the industry where you've got different traffic providers who are ripping off people by sending them bot clicks or fake clicks. Or they go to what's called click farms, where they pay people in India and countries like that just to opt into your website. So it looks like you're getting real traffic when really you're not. So you do have to be careful who you get your traffic from. But my advice is to just stay with the best sources: Facebook ads, Google AdWords, YouTube ads, LinkedIn ads, or if you go with solo ads, then you want to do it with a proper marketplace like Udemy Solo Ads, just so you're more protected. You can see the reviews that people are leaving other vendors on that site, and it's a lot more secure than just sort of finding a vendor. There's many ways you can sort of go to Google, type in Solo Ads, and you're going to have vendors come up, but not all of them are going to be legitimate. Some are just going to be sending you rubbish traffic. So you have got to be careful with that, like I said. But the main way I see is the open rates. So if I'm getting really low open rates on my emails, this means that either the email addresses don't exist, or the email addresses are not used, or it's just terrible traffic. So you've got to be watching your open rates. Now, on average, I'll get on my emails anywhere between 10 to 20% open rates. On my first email I send out, I get about 30% open rates, but then I get a nice stream of 10 to 20% on a daily basis. So if you're getting this kind of number, then the traffic is good, because it means it's real people opening your emails, and it's responsive as well. And if you've got people clicking on your links in the emails that you're sending out, so what we call the click-through rate. So let's say out of these 40 leads, let's say 40 of them get the first email. So all 40, they're going to get the first email from you. Let's say 20% open them. So that's 8 people, for example, 8 people opening your first email. And let's say 2 of them click on the links in that email. Well, that means that your click-through rate is 5%, because it's 2 out of 40. So the email was sent to 40 people, and 2 people clicked on the link inside your email. This shows responsive. This is what you call an action. So it shows that your list is responsive because they're clicking on the links, they're opening your emails. It means it's good quality traffic, or at least it's real traffic, and not just fake bots or computer generated traffic. It's actually real people opening your emails, clicking on the links in your emails. Another way you can test responsiveness is if you have people actually respond to the emails. So every day I'm getting people actually reply to the emails I'm sending them, asking more about the business, asking more about the products, asking when the next webinar is. If you get that kind of responsiveness, then again, it's good quality traffic. So really, it's all about building a responsive list, and it's all about building a relationship with that list. That's how you're going to build an online business. So when you're buying traffic, go with a good vendor, go with a legitimate site. You might have to do your due diligence, research them, find out if they've got any bad reviews or bad testimonials, and just sort of make sure that you're getting it from a real source. If you're doing solo ads, if you're doing Facebook ads, Google ads, you haven't really got to worry, because those sites are going to send you real traffic, because they're a legitimate, proper advertising platform. So you're going to get real people. But if you go with some, underground solo ad vendors, then just be careful, is my advice. And then when you do get those leads, so when you buy the traffic, you're going to get some leads. If you've got a capture page, which you should always have a capture page, so that you can capture those clicks. So you can find out who those people are, you collect their email addresses, you start and send them emails, and then you want to watch your open rates, you want to watch how many people click on the links in your emails. That's the main way, and watch how many people respond to those emails. That's the main ways that I keep track of whether it's a responsive list or whether it's not. And the next thing is, so we've got the cost per lead. That's the first metric I track when I'm buying traffic. The second metric I track is the responsiveness. So this is, as I've just said, the open rates, the click-through rates. Are people clicking on the links in the emails? Are people opening the emails? Are people responding to the emails? Are people, if you've got your Facebook link in the emails, are people connecting with you on Facebook? All that kind of thing shows responsiveness. And that's basically it. And the third part of the puzzle is, what is your cost per sale? This is the third metric I track. Just take note that I haven't put cost per click, because I don't really care what the cost per click is. I'd rather have $1 cost per click and get a 5% conversion rate to sales, then have a 30 cents cost per click and get 0.5% to sales. You're going to make more money, even though the cost per click is higher. That traffic is more targeted. It's real people. It's more responsive, and that way you're going to make more money. And that's what we're in this for, right? Is to make money. So don't worry too much about the cost per click. You know, if it's $1 or if it's 30 cents or if it's 40 cents or if it's 50 cents or if it's $2, don't really worry about the cost per click, because the likely chances is that the higher cost per click it is, the more targeted, the more responsive it's going to be, as long as you're going with a proper vendor who's not just ripping you off with high cost per clicks. But anyway, the cost per sale is the third metric that I track. And let's say you buy, in this case, you bought 100 clicks for $40. And let's say from that you get, let's just say you get 3 sales and you're promoting a product that costs $20. So I would look at, you know, I made $60 from that. I made $60. So actually the cost per sale in this example is nothing, because you got 3 sales for $20 and it pays for itself. But if it's less, so let's say you make $10 per sale and you only get $30 back, and you make $30, then I'll be looking at what is my cost per sale. Well, my cost per sale is, you know, I've made $30 back. So I made $30 back. It cost me, basically it cost me $40 for 3 sales. So I paid $40 for 100 clicks. From that I got 3 sales. So it's cost me 40 divided by 3 is my cost per sale, my CPS. And this is really the metric you want to track. This is really, will tell you which traffic sources are the best. You want to track how much does it actually cost you to generate a customer, to generate a buyer, to generate a team member. And then you can work out whether the traffic that you're doing is profitable. So let's say if it costs you $10, for example, to get 1 sale, 1 customer, then if you're making $20 a sale, then of course it's profitable. So then you can keep running that traffic and you can keep scaling up. If you're only making $5 per sale and it's costing you $10 to get that sale, then you're going to lose money. So always be watching your cost per sale, always be watching your cost per lead, which you can improve by having a higher conversion, a higher converting capture page. So, you know, keep your capture page simple, keep it, you know, don't have a lot of flashy stuff on your capture page. That'll get your opt-in rate higher, which will mean you pay less per lead that you get. So for instance, if I only got 10 opt-ins, 10 leads from 100 clicks, if I had a 10% opt-in rate, then I'm going to be paying $4 per lead that I get. If I got 10 leads for $40, I'm going to be paying $4 per lead. Whereas with the capture page I have, converts at just over 40%. So I'm paying less than $1 per lead in this example. So make sure that your capture page converts well, because that's going to be the biggest decider of your cost per lead. Make sure that you're buying traffic from quality sources. That's going to be the biggest factor in your responsiveness. And then just track your cost per sale. Try and keep that as low as possible and track your numbers. Every time you do a paid advertising, track all your numbers, track your cost per lead, track what your open rates are, track what your click-through rates are, track how much it cost you to get a sale if you got a sale from that advertising. So just keep track of your numbers, and then you're going to know what's working, what isn't. And I think that's the biggest struggle, and that's the biggest struggle that I had when I was trying to make money online, was I didn't really know what was working, what wasn't. But if you're tracking stuff, you're tracking your numbers, then you can always improve. Remember, you can't improve what you don't measure. So you've got to be measuring, you've got to be keeping track of your numbers, and then you're going to learn to sort of tweak and test and find out what works best for you. So with that said, I hope you found that useful and valuable. I will put a link in the description to connect with me on Facebook, and I'll also put a link in the description to check out the plan, which is a simple 3-step plan that you can use to promote any online business and also to make money online in general. So with that said, I hope I didn't ramble on too much and talk too fast. But if there's something I said that you don't quite understand, then just go back and rewatch that part of the video. So have a great day, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.